it's Jackie, and today I want to show you my new journal. So if you've been watching my videos, I've been talking about making a new one for a while. I finally made it. I finished it today, this afternoon, and I thought I'd take some time to show it to you. This journal is replacing two of my journals. It's replacing my fauxbonichi and my binder journal, and they're both going to work in here. So when I'm working in this, I'll have this book, and I will still have my Smash book. The only reason I'm still going to keep the Smash book is just because it's not finished yet. Might as well show you the inside. I've done a few pages, but it's not done yet. So I'm going to keep working in that one until it's done. But my regular day-to-day journaling is going to go in this book. So it was made using the Amy Tangerine Better Together collection. I was so excited to finally break into this collection. I've had it for a while now, since it first came out, and it's obviously bound with my Bind It All. I ended up using 1-inch rings. Sorry about the glare. It's kind of weird lighting in here today. So for the covers, I wanted to keep them as thin as I could. So to make them, I used a cereal box, and then I covered each side with pattern paper, and then I covered the front with contact paper, and that's just in case, you know, I spill something on it or I set it in some dirt. The front and the back are both covered in contact paper to protect it. So as you can see, I'm starting this one for April and May. So I'll just flip through it so you can see what it looks like inside and how the format's going to work. So this is actually not Amy Tangerine. This is a Fancy Pants flocked piece of acetate from the It's the Little Things collection. And I just had this in my stash, and I thought it worked really well here. I like to open a book with like a fancy page. So that's what I used in this one. And then these are some Heidi Swap. They're like Deco's foil stickers. So you put the sticker down and then you foil the top of them to put journal every day. And then the flocking's on this side. You can feel it. It feels like velvet where the lines are. And then just a backing sheet of pattern paper. And so here's how this book's going to work. It's a combination of pattern paper and writing paper. So the writing paper I used, I bought this A5 Fabriano Ecoqua journal, and the pages are dotted and they tear out really easily, and this is what I used to make the pages, and so I have an A5 book. And I really like the dotted pages. Like they give you enough of a guide without being a full grid, so I'm really happy with this paper. And then the way it's a little different, in a lot of ways it's the same as my fauxbonichi, but I have changed the washi. Instead of going horizontal, now I just have a vertical piece. This does two things. It keeps the pages more sturdily in there so they're harder to tear out. And the other thing it did was give the full bulk of the book before I bound it, so I knew what size rings to use. So I like having it there. And then I've taken off the bottom block. So that's my Lister's Got a List and my Thankful box. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the Lister's Got a List. But the Thankful box, what I found from doing it in my other book was that I am thankful all the time, so I don't necessarily think I need a spot to write it down. I'm just going to call it out in my regular journaling. So I've removed that. And so the way it's set up is that I've got a week of pages. So I just stamped my day and my month, and actually I ended up stamping most of the I stamped the days as well and just outlined them with my Micron pen. I still have my sunrise, sunset. I still have my weather block. And after you get to 7 days, then there's an extra day that's divided into 7 spaces and a little room for a title. And this is where I'm going to do my Lister's Got a List or my 365 questions or whatever I settle on for April. And then you've got 2 sheets of pattern paper, and this is where I'm going to put my photos for the week. So then it repeats like that, and I'll flip through the whole thing for you so you can see it. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a week, a page for my Lister's Got a List, and 2 sheets of pattern paper. And I think I'm going to like this format. I do need to still make a like a laminated sheet. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head to put here, because I think if this is like a scrappy sort of layout, it's going to be hard to write on this page. So I am going to need a smooth surface to go under there. I just haven't put that together yet. And this journal starts on the 1st. This is some of the collection washi tape. I tried to use washi's exclusively that match the collection, like that are in the colors of the collection. And I think I did a pretty good job with that. And then I also added in some gold. Not a lot of gold, but you'll see some. Yeah, and then it's another, there's some, there's another week. And another page for my Lister's Got a List and more pattern paper. And I've got so many embellishments and journaling cards. And I'm going to be, instead of this being entirely writing, I am going to stick down like journaling cards, ephemera, and photos on these pages probably as well. Because if I have more than 2 pages worth of photos in a week, I might as well just put them on the pages of the day that they happened, right? I think it'll be nice. I'm going to try to mix things up a little bit more. Instead of being strictly writing and strictly photos, I'm going to try to blend them together a little more in this book. I really love this book. I love how it turned out. I'm excited to work in it. I'm excited about the collection. Sorry, there's little strips of paper in here. It's the first time I flipped through it since it's been done. So it's going to carry me through 2 months, which I think is as much as I could fit in a book like this without it getting too chunky. So now we're into May. I would have liked if I could have used smaller rings, but I tried the 3/4 inch rings and they just seemed a little too tight. Not too tight, but enough that I switched to the 1 inch. And that takes us to the end of the book. And I haven't put the lines on this one yet. There's only like 5 days at the end in the last week, so I don't know. I might do something different there. So that is my book, and I'm going to keep doing this for 4 months. It turns out the collection had exactly enough papers, 24, to make 2 books. So I have the second book like mostly ready. The covers are almost done, but this one's a little warped, so I'm going to stick it in my bookshelf for a few weeks before I put the thickers on it with the title. And I did a similar acetate sheet because it was a 12 by 12, so there was enough to do it twice. And then this is the same format. I have not yet done these pages because I'm thinking, you know, between now and 2 months from now, am I going to get new washi? Probably. So I don't want to do these with all my current washies and then get a new one that's so awesome for this collection and not have a spot to use it. So, and then until that's done, I can't really do the rest of the page. So the pages are just white at this point, and I'll set them up closer to June the 1st. And so I will be using these books until the end of July. And I really hope that I love it because I'm committed to it for 4 months. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I'll be using, and I will do updates sometime in April. Thanks so much for watching.